All right, we're back for another review. This time it's Loki episode 4, the Nexus event.
Yeah, jumping right into it, we left off with episode 3 where um, our two Lokis, Sylvie and Loki, um, basically are on a dying moon, or that's basically going to get destroyed.
Yeah, we didn't know where they were
Yeah,
going to end up.
um, yeah, and basically just it seems like they're contemplating the end of the end of the world. We get a little bit of background of Sylvie talking about that's where she was hiding,
Yeah,
and saying that she hid here for all these years and this is where she's gonna die. So it's kind of, I don't know, it's kind of, I guess, ironic. I guess.
yeah.
Yeah.
So it was interesting too that they had the timeline divergence, whatever they called it there,
Hmm.
because they were kind of coming together. And when they touched,
Yeah.
it diverted timeline.
Yeah. It's
Uh,
split up top there. Yeah.
yeah. So and there was like obviously an extreme. Like it caught their attention. So I don't know what that's implying yet.
Hmm.
But obviously it's something big coming.
Yeah. Reminds me of the that old Jean-Claude Van Damme time cop movie where
Oh,
you can't occupy the same matter if you're the same person in
is
the
that
same
what you think
space.
that's what it is? Maybe.
Yeah, it's kind of like almost like there's some sort of trigger point or an event that you're it's kind of yourself, like
Yeah, you
it's
can't
another
like you
version.
said, like you
Yeah,
can't occupy the same space, and that kind of makes sense. I never thought of
yeah,
it that way.
yeah. So that's kind of what I thought of, and I was like, hmm. I mean, obviously they're not disintegrating
No,
or anything, but it causes those extreme events that could could be a problem, right?
yeah,
Um, and then I guess as we go along, well, we saw that little backstory of Sylvie getting taken as a child,
yeah,
and really hammering home that they're all actual variants in the TVA.
yeah,
So
yeah, and that point got proven in this episode as well, because we were told, or I guess Loki was told that that they were all kind of variants, and that
mhm,
the TVA didn't create these like the timekeepers didn't create these guys.
exactly.
They were basically stolen from other places in time and from their own lives, and uh, I guess Sylvie with her powers was able to let them see
Yeah, who they
yeah,
were before, yeah. And Mobius there obviously gets talking, well, rescuing the two, Sylvie and Loki, and then bringing them to kind of stand trial or again, whatever, basically. And Mobius basically not believing Loki at first, but then finally recognizing that
well,
Loki might have been telling the truth.
yeah,
Yeah.
you could tell he was skeptical,
Hmm.
but he wasn't just dismissing it.
Yeah, that's right. And interesting enough, so and then the other one lady guard there who was
Yeah,
basically believed Sylvie and was like, yeah, okay, what did you do? You touched me, something happened.
yeah, over these memories kind of thing. 'Cause
Yeah,
she felt something, right?
yeah,
And yeah, I think that it's gonna all obviously fall apart there.
mm-hmm,
Uh, and it has because as we seen at the end of the episode, when they took one of the timekeepers' heads off, that they were just robots.
yeah, and it opens the doors up for a lot of questions.
Yeah,
Okay,
like
so
who's really pulling the
yeah,
strings
yeah,
here?
who is it? And you got robots, and I kind of when they were up there, I was like, man, these kind of looks like 1980s graphics. I was thinking this is kind of cheesy, but it was good.
It was,
And
but it was obviously for effect, and then
yeah,
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 I like it. Just that they did have that look, and it was like, okay, this is something. It was different. Like
mm-hmm.
it almost reminded me of the end battle scene of Ghostbusters. That
Yeah,
cheesy kind of,
yeah,
that look, but obviously with a little bit better graphics.
yes. No Stay Puft Marshmallow, that's for sure, right?
No,
But no, yeah, I think it was. It obviously you don't know who the real kind of controller of the thing is.
do you have any thoughts as to who it might be?
Well, I
Because
don't like.
we could throw out these. One of these times we're going to be right.
Yeah,
We can say Mephisto. We could
yeah.
say oh, who were we guessing there?
We talked Kang.
Yeah, Kang.
We've talked Nightmare. There's so many. Like, I mean, and who knows? Like, the MCU could be just like it is pulling the wool over our eyes, anyways. Because here we have is all we've. How many fans have thrown out theories?
Yeah.
We were looking for it in WandaVision. We were looking for a little bit more in Falcon Winter Soldier. That was straightforward though.
Well,
You know,
here's the thing, and completely off of Loki, going back to WandaVision,
mhm.
did you hear that they changed the ending? Yeah,
Yeah, I went back and looked at it, barely you can see it. Like,
But there is a difference.
yeah, there is,
And you
yeah.
can see a shadow coming down.
Yeah.
And it does look like Doctor Strange's outline.
Yeah,
Like,
his astral form.
yeah,
Right? Yeah.
like it's so if they're doing that, if they're going back after the fact and changing things,
Yeah.
it's kind of playing unfair a little bit.
I'm curious in why they would have done that. Like, especially being, this isn't like.
Do you think it's an afterthought and they just want to correct it?
Maybe, I don't know. I mean, like, it seems weird to say this isn't like George Lucas re-editing Star Wars 5 times and just adding scenes, right?
McClunky.
McClunky.
Yeah. And Greedo shot the first team. No, that didn't happen.
Yeah.
It was actually Han.
Yeah.
Right, so, but yeah, I think that's the thing. So I wonder was that all the theories, the pressures of like maybe we needed to add Doctor Strange in, maybe we shouldn't have taken him out, because he had filmed stuff for it and they didn't use it. Right?
Well, or maybe that was what they filmed and part of it, and they just put it back in.
Yeah, I mean,
maybe there was more, obviously, because if he was there to film something, I'm sure it'd be more.
Yeah.
Next, they could have just CGI'd that in.
And I don't mind that if that was supposed to be in the first place. I don't think it altered the story. I think
Not so much.
It's just like, okay, well,
But I just wish they wouldn't change that.
yeah, he's trying to reach out.
Because maybe they didn't want to drop hints as to what was coming in Loki. I don't know what it was exactly.
Yeah.
But it does change the dynamics a little bit as to who you're guessing and what you're guessing.
Yeah.
So that could throw off our guesses for this show as well.
Well, and so like you're right. What is the job of the TV really? Now, like you have they're plucking these variants out of time streams, getting rid of the Lokis because they're obviously a problem. And by the way, spoilers if you're already watching halfway through here, we've talked a lot about it. But at the very end of the show, we get the end credit scene, right? And we've got all the Lokis.
Yeah, we got 4 Lokis already who've been phased out, like Mobius, or not. Yeah, Mobius got phased out. But rather than I thought they were killed off because they phased out Loki as well.
Yeah, that's right.
And obviously, everybody's going to the same timeline or same place. They're phasing because if they got 4 other Lokis there, they must all be going to this one location.
Yeah, it's interesting. Like, where are they going? And why?
So is this where all these different characters are going to come from in the future for the future movies?
Yeah, and that's an
Because
interesting.
they're all maybe they all got phased out to this area. Like it's kind of a
multiverse.
Yeah, it's kind of weird, and maybe they're going to come back all to the mainstream universe and then have to try somehow get back to their own. I don't know. It's kind of weird where they're going. They could go in so many different directions yet.
Well, I'm really starting to question whether or not whose timeline is correct. You know what I mean? Like so.
Well, I don't think there is a technically correct timeline. I think the whole TVA thing saying there's one correct timeline was obviously just BS.
It has to be. It has to be something that is not reality or true, and somebody's trying to manipulate it at some point. And I don't know. I don't know. I honestly, at this point, I'm kind of like I'm all over the place of who I think it might be. Like the most logical one to me, like I said, I think is Kang, just based on time travel and
Scott.
And things like that. But it doesn't seem like his MO to manipulate this.
Or maybe there's more than one person.
Yeah.
And maybe there's a bigger overall baddie in the end who's overseeing all this and manipulating it.
Yeah, I mean, so it's good. I mean, it gives us something to think about. And here we are now. We got 4 different Lokis showing up at the end. We've got, while Sylvie's still back on the other side, we don't know what's going to happen to her. Our Loki that we know of in the MCU timeline is now down with these other guys. So where do they go?
And we got and Sylvie's still back there, but she's got I can't remember the name of the leader of the
TVA.
Yeah. She's got her pinned and wants to know answers. So I think she'll be the key to getting everybody back, probably.
I would think so.
But yeah, I don't know where they're gonna go from here because there's 2 episodes left.
Yeah.
They got to wrap it up, and so they're really gonna have to start wrapping up the next episode. I think it'll ramp up there, and then usually the last episode there's a little bit of a highlight, and again battle or something happens.
Yeah.
It'd be interesting to see how they lead or where they're gonna lead with this series, and if it's gonna go into one of the movies or if there's gonna be another upcoming series coming they're gonna lead into, because there's other streaming shows coming out as well.
Well, so what's our next lead-in movie here we've got?
Well, it's not related. That's that's a prequel. We still got like Hawkeye and things like that coming up in streaming. But I'm thinking those are going to be farther down the road. Maybe I don't know if they're going to have as much to do with this timeline. Who knows? Like they could go in so many different directions. That's why I'm really wondering where they're going to go with this. And,
well, Shang-Chi is probably is the next one then, right?
Yeah, I believe that's the next release.
Or is it the Eternals?
No, I believe
Shang-Chi,
is
yeah.
a little before that.
So yeah, I mean, that's where that fits in, and we don't know. I mean, but yeah, I either way, I think it's leading us in somewhere. And like I said, we always get a resolution at least a little bit at the end of these shows. So hopefully we keep going forward.
Yeah, 2 episodes left, and we'll see what happens. So, well, with that, I guess, drop some comments in the comment section below. Let us know what you think, your theories, because it's really open-ended as far as I'm concerned right now. There can be anything going on here, and we'd love to hear your theories on what you think is going to happen.
Yeah, let us know something maybe we're not thinking about, what we could be missing. Always interested in that. Don't forget to subscribe, hit the like button, ring the notification bell, and we want to thank you for joining us here at Blazing Overture, and we'll see you in the next video.